Hey everybody, what's happening? It's Tom Santilli here, film critic for Movie Show Plus, and you are watching Movie Show Plus. We're here with another episode. Lots to get to today. I'm flying solo, if you can't tell. My co-pilot, my co-producer, my friend Greg Russell will be joining us later in the show with some interviews of John David Washington of the new Netflix film Malcolm and Marie, as well as with Stanley Tucci and writer-director Harry McQueen of the new film Supernova, which is a very good little film that I hope people check out. Also on the show, we'll be looking at a new trailer of the Lin-Manuel Miranda musical In the Heights, as well as a behind-the-scenes look at WandaVision, the new Disney Plus show that has all kinds of ties to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and is kind of the buzziest show going right now. So all that coming up on Movie Show Plus right now. Real quick, too, you're going to want to pay attention next week on our show because next week they announce the Critics' Choice Award nominations. What are those, you might ask? Well, the Critics' Choice Association, I'm a part of, Greg Russell's a part of, and our nominations are next week. We have a voting role in that. The Critics' Choice Awards are on March 7th. Coming up. So next week on the program, me and Greg are going to be talking all about the Critics' Choice nominations. So stay tuned for that. However, speaking of awards, we're going to lead off today's show with my reaction to the Golden Globe nominations. The Golden Globe Awards, the nominations just were announced earlier today as I tape this. The SAG Awards are coming up this week. By the time you watch it episode, the SAG Awards will have been released. And I have some feelings. I have some feelings about the Golden Globes. Every year people talk about how irrelevant they are, and then we kind of get all excited about it the next year, and then they kind of let us down. But this year's Golden Globe nominations were just absolutely egregious, kind of laughable. So first and foremost, I wore this hat for a reason because unlike the Golden Globes, I am not going to forget to include Da 5 Bloods. One of the best films of the year. I put it as number one on my list. And also Delroy Lindo, the performance is getting rave reviews. Just, I can't believe it. Spike Lee, the director. Well, Da 5 Bloods was not only not nominated for Best Picture Drama, not only was Spike Lee not nominated, but there were no nominations for Da 5 Bloods. So the Golden Globes just absolutely dropped the ball here. A little bit of background too, in case you want to put this into perspective as to why these awards really don't matter that much. First of all, they're named by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. This is a group of about 90 critics, and to put that into some kind of perspective, the Academy is got about 8,500 members, and even the Critics' Choice Awards, that again we're a part of, have close to 500 members. So 90 people, that's a very small group of critics that are even discussing or nominating these films. That being said, here you'll see on the screen right now what they put up as the best picture drama, best motion picture drama. You got The Father, which was a great film, Mank, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, and The Trial of the Chicago 7, which has been getting a lot of buzz as well. But the big one again here, Da 5 Bloods. How was that not nominated? Also missing here was the another great film. I had it as number 2 on my list. It also won American Film Institute's Movie of the Year. The Sound of Metal was nowhere to be seen as far as the movie goes, and that's just an absolute shame, if you ask me. Moving into Best Motion Picture Musical or Comedy. Kind of weird here. Hamilton, I mean, I think everybody agrees Hamilton is like the greatest thing that came out last year, but it was not really a movie. It was like the production of the stage play. The Golden Globes are one of the few groups that have actually allowed it to be in the nomination pool. So that's cool, I guess. But my question is, if you're going to allow Hamilton, and you're actually talking about putting Hamilton up as part of, eligible for all these awards, then it is absolutely egregious. Where is their cast? Where's Philippa Sue, and where is, Leslie Odom Jr.'s performance, or Daveed Diggs? Oh my goodness, the whole cast should be up across the board. So Lin Manuel Miranda was put into the best actor category. Anyway, just weirdness here with that. Moving on, you have has anybody out there? How do you guys like the movie Music? I bet you've never seen or heard of it. If you have, you probably wanted to forget it. As of right now, as I speak, the movie Music, which was, by the way, the directorial debut of the artist Sia, has a 29% Rotten Tomato rating with critics and only a 14% audience rating. It's a terrible movie, but yet it is up. It just shows you kind of how scarce comedies and musicals were in 2020, but it also shows you I guess you could call it impeccable taste of the Golden Globe Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Missing from this list, how about Emma? How about Kajillionaire? How about a movie that was called The Climb that was really good? Most egregious to me, how about the 40-year-old version? It's a Netflix film. It was one of the best things I've seen all year, and it was hilarious. How is that not on this list? It's again. Hmm. Moving into Best Director, to hit on something positive, this was the first time ever we have more women nominated for Best Director than ever before. Emerald Fennell, Promising Young Woman, Regina King, One Night in Miami, and Chloe Zhao, who's probably the front runner for the Oscar at this point for Nomadland. But again, where is Spike Lee on this list? And it's a shame to me too. The film Mank is one of those critic movies. And even then, it's not really beloved by a lot of critics. It has like something like an 80% Rotten Tomato. Uh, Audience has it much lower than that. But Mank unfortunately took up a lot of spots throughout all of the Golden Globe nominations. And that's a real shame because the movie was kind of a letdown. And I mean, there was just so much better this year. Best performances by an actress in a drama, Viola Davis. Andra Day was a little bit of a surprise, which is great. Vanessa Kirby, Frances McDormand, Carey Mulligan. These five names are probably five names that you're going to see over and over this award season. For the most part here, Golden Globes have gotten this category right. You go into best performance by an actress in a musical or comedy. Maria Bakalova for Borat subsequent movie film has been getting all the buzz here. But again, just like music, Kate Hudson, it's unbelievable that she would have been nominated over some other people. Same goes in the best performance by an actress in a supporting role, the supporting actress category. Hillbilly Elegy, Glenn Close's performance, a lot of people liked, but a lot of people thought it was one of the worst, like maybe like a Razzie level performance. Nobody really liked the film, and that was just kind of a surprise that Glenn Close got nominated there. The real shockers here, though, I would have to say, is Jodie Foster for The Mauritanian. The Mauritanian is a film that nobody's seen yet because it comes out in February. I've seen it. Can't talk about it much yet due to embargo. But Jodie Foster is up for it, and also one of the stars got up for Best Actor. We'll get to that in a little bit. But how in the world did they miss Ellen Burstyn, for example? Pieces of a Woman. She was just she was incredible opposite Vanessa Kirby in that film. How about Yu Young Jun? She gave a tremendous performance in Minari, overlooked here. And even how about somebody like Dominique Fishback, who riveting performance in Judas and the Black Messiah. Moving into the actor categories, again, just a huge, absolutely detestable, taking nothing away, I should say, from any of the nominees that did get nominated. Congratulations. Uh, but Delroy Lindo not being on a list of best actor pretty much puts all this, renders it meaningless. It's crazy that he's on here. Again, Gary Oldman, who's always good, takes up a slot for Mank, a film that shouldn't be getting the praise that it's getting. But how about Stephen Yeun for Minari? How about Kingsley Ben-Adir for One Night in Miami? How about Colin Firth for Supernova? All overlooked by the Golden Globes. But here you got James Corden getting a nom for Prom. Again, the create like the Hamilton inclusion. Like I get it, but like how are the rest of the Hamilton cast not not included? Supporting actor. This is the one where I just kind of want to flush what I have remaining of the Golden Globes down the proverbial toilet. Again, nothing against Jared Leto, but and The Little Things was not a good movie, and his performance in it was not a good performance. And the fact that he landed a nomination for that movie over people like Paul Raci from Sound of Metal, uh, I personally I would have voted for anybody else who was in any supporting role the whole year. I would have voted for over Jared Leto in this film, The Little Things. I would have voted for the cow in First Cow, maybe. Maybe one of the trolls from World Tour. Uh, this is just an absolute. It just renders again the Golden Globes and the Hollywood Foreign Press meaningless once again. I'll flash some of the other categories up on the screen right now. I won't dive into them. Here are the other film categories. And because this is a movie show, we won't be getting into the TV categories. I'm sure you can find those nominations online if you look for them. That does it for my kind of quick or long take, I guess you could say, of the Golden Globe noms this year. That's going to do it for right now. And let's get on with the rest of the show, shall we? Here's what's hot in Hollywood.